Hi, it's Carol here with Monaro Unearthed. We've got Victor Batelli, who's our goalkeeper coach for the whole club, basically, aren't you, Vic?
For the boys.
Yep. We're going to put him under the microscope for 60 seconds. First up, what sort of favourite saying that players are likely to hear from you on the sideline on a regular basis?
Well, I don't really have a favourite saying, but they're generally going to hear something from me about discipline and hard work. That's usually what I just try and inject into there, because to be honest, they don't really listen to most of the things. They're busy playing.
What's your favourite training drill?
I don't really have a favourite training drill, but certainly involved with the keepers is just a lot of hard work, getting ready for whatever the conditions are going to be. Particularly here at Googong, sometimes the wind and the surface can be challenging, so I'm just getting them ready for the things that they might have to encounter.
What's your favourite training drill?
I
Why?
don't have a least favourite training drill. I just do what the coach says. So when I'm assisting Staz in coaching, I just do what he says, and hopefully we're getting something out of that drill.
Yeah. What's your worst habit on field?
Oh, well, probably chirping at the ref was probably my worst thing. I never was on the field in terms of football. I was always on the court in basketball, and chirping at the ref was always my worst.
What's your worst habit off field?
Off field, well, I actually subbed myself on without the coach's instruction in a basketball game, and the coach asked the assistant coach, "What's he doing out there?" And I think, "Didn't you tell him to go on?" "No." "Did you?" "No." I subbed myself on, so that was probably my worst habit.
What's been your best ever coaching experience?
Oh, there's many of those. I've been involved with my children through the Monaro and Cowra and Young and all those tournaments. We won a few ACT futsal tournaments with some of the Monaro players. But probably I coached a girls' softball team to win a high school softball comp, and knew nothing about softball, but we won it, and I was pretty happy about that.
Where do you get your coaching inspiration?
Oh, nowhere really. I just love being around teams of people and just achieving things together is more what I'm about. I'm not a coach per se. I'm just around the club trying to help out and get things done, make sure everyone's got what they need, and hopefully we get some success.
What's on your current reading list, footy-wise?
Oh.
Anything on the bedside table?
There's 55 books on the bedside table. I haven't had a chance to read any of them. I've been too busy.
Yeah.
I've just retired and I've never been busier in my life, but I still haven't had a chance to pick a book up. I don't tend to read too many books about football per se, but I do read them about sports and sports personalities, Lance Armstrong, people of that nature, what goes good and what goes bad in sport. But other than that, I try and find a good read and get into it. I like James Patterson. He's my favourite author, but I don't often get a chance to pick up his latest book.
Off the field, apart from your wife, what are you listening to on the field? Off the field?
Off the field?
Yeah.
Well, happy wife, happy life. I always listen to my lovely lady and do what she tells me. But I'm basically listening to my two grandkids at the moment. Harper's 3 and Austin's about 7 months. So I'm busy listening to them and hearing them pronounce, my grandfather's name in Maltese, Nunnu, and I'm just trying to listen to the signs of my grandkids and what they need and what they're after.
Have you got a nickname, Vic?
Generally it's two-stroke, because Victor as in lawnmower. That used to be my nickname when I was a young kid. But typically most people call me Vic. Usually that or Buffhead. I answer to all of those of the above. AU.
Spectacular injury stories from your playing days?
Well, as I indicated, I've never played football, but I did snap my Achilles fairly tragically playing volleyball. I've dislocated my elbow playing rugby league and fingers and bits and pieces. But, they've all mended and I've moved on.
What are your aspirations for 2019?
Oh, yeah, definitely championship under-18 boys with Laura Hughes in the under-18s NPL. They're a great side. They've got every chance. If we can keep disciplined and stop talking to referees, do all the hard work, compete against the top sides, we've got a great chance to be there in the reckoning at the pointy end of the season. So that's what we're about. And with my goalkeepers, just keeping the club safe. That's what we do every week.
Beyond 2019?
No idea what the future holds there. Hopefully I'm in the club doing something for the club. Hopefully not doing paperwork, not getting involved in the committee, just out on a Wednesday night, in the mud, in the rain, in the wet, whatever. That's the things that I like to do, out achieving things in a practical sense. Policies, governance, constitutions don't turn me on. Achievements with people do.
And what advice would you give your younger self?
Just rip and tear, mate, because life is short. Rip and tear.
Favourite holiday destination?
Oh, definitely France with my wife. We're going in June and July. We're gonna
Nice.
catch up with two former Monaro players, Joachim and Luke Angel.
Oh,
We're staying
wow.
with Joachim's parents in Nice for 2 weeks. So again, that's a great legacy that this club has given me and my wife. You know, those guys have stayed with my family at times. So France is going to be it. And then Bali on the way back will just be. I'll be able to get to a book then on the way back.
If you're analysing game or goalkeepers, what would you prefer, live, print or digital?
Oh, definitely watching it on video.
And what do you want to be when you grow up, now that you're all retired?
Well, actually, you know, Forrest Gump's got the greatest answer to that question. I'm going to be me. Yeah.
Congratulations, well
Thank
done.
you.
Thank you
Thank you
very
very
much.
much.
Thank you.
All the best.